Yeah, alright, so I'm actually the stupidest person. So if you don't know already, I kinda killed my keyboard. Now, you're probably wondering, how could you do that? Was it because of a rage-induced accident because of World of Tanks or Counter-Strike? No, I spilt liquid all over it while I was playing Counter-Strike. Which, mind you, I honestly am personally getting back into.
$1,000 if
That's agony.
If I hadn't been scammed out of it.
But you know, why am I telling you this? Well, it's because I was going to give away this keyboard when we got to 5,000 subscribers. I mean, I'm still down to do that. It works, barely. Like, it just depends where you plug it in, but it's fucking dying, bro. I'm using my shitty Mac keyboard, and it's just terrible. But moving on to the main topic of today's video, we're gonna be having another look at Operation Harsh Doorstep and a couple of mods that are going to be made for it, because as of recently, the SDK, don't even ask me what that means, but it recently got released, and from my understanding, that means that people can make mods, I believe. I honestly asked around, like, how do I get the Rising Storm 2 Vietnam SDK? Because I want to make my own map, right? I couldn't even get past the first step. I just don't know where to fucking get it. But I mean, I was going to get the Operation Harsh Doorstop SDK, but then I realized that I had to have an Epic Games account, which I do. I just never remember the password because it keeps on fucking logging me out. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to even bother. But the highlight that I want to talk about is the Star Wars mod. Now, quite frankly, I'm going to get bullied and harassed for this, but I consider myself more of a Star Trek enjoyer. But let's be honest, right? There's a lot of selection on Star Wars games. You know, a fairly big selection of older games. Lego Star Wars is incredible. But, you know, I want to more or less focus on Battlefront 2 because I mean, it's a good game, don't get me wrong, but EA Games, right, because of this game, has the most downvotes on Reddit, and some can argue that the game is more or less dead. I personally enjoy the game, I got it for free, but, you know, it's not fun playing against the same person who's a level 300 Darth Vader. It just becomes stale after a while, but thankfully with Operation Harsh Doorstop, there is a Star Wars mod being made. Now, like I said, I don't really care about Star Wars, but I think that this can show you the potential of the modding capabilities. Now, I could see someone working on a Halo mod. The last Halo I played was Halo 3, one of the best video game themes of all time. But from what I understand, right, OHD is the foundation, and you can basically expand on it in any way you like. Me personally, I want to see lots of Vietnam War era mods. And, you know, I'm specifically talking about tanks, planes, helis. Another really cool mod is we have Battlefield 3's destruction physics. And, you know, let's be honest, fellas, Battlefield has some sexy destruction physics because in a lot of games, you know, you can just sit in a house and avoid the worst of it, unless, you know, you're in Rising Storm 2 Vietnam and a napalm just somehow manages to penetrate the roof and kill you. But, you know, I do love the Battlefield physics. You know, you can sit in a house, but that house can get absolutely destroyed, literally blown to smithereens. That's something in Battlefield 5, and obviously Battlefield 5 is a very far stretch from Battlefield 3, but, you know, Battlefield 3 still has some really nice destruction physics, but I don't think we should rely on a mod to give us this type of quality. You know, hopefully that with the base game of like the game itself comes with physics as good as this. We also have someone working on a mod called Hill 488, which is an actual thing, meaning it's a real thing, like a memoir of a last stand. It really does make me feel good knowing that there are going to be a lot more historical battles that are going to be implemented into this game from all eras, literally any genre, okay, war isn't really, okay, well, can war be a genre? Yeah, it can, but I'm talking about different eras, different historical battles. But, you know, moving on to the base game itself. Now, it's really good because I want to focus on the way the guns look and handle, because it really is something else. The amount of detail that goes into them just looks fantastic. And the one thing I like the most about them, right, is the way they feel in the hands. Like, there's no clunk to them. Admittingly, the grenade throw animation and explosion does look a little goofy, but everything, right, let's be honest, you would think that this was a paid game, right? If you got someone that doesn't have too much knowledge of video games, I'm not talking about like a complete, like someone with an actual life who actually goes outside and touches grass. I'm talking about someone who hasn't played Squad, who hasn't played this game, but has still experience in gaming. If you had them play this this game and said that this game was charging $70, I'd say that it was somewhat, in certain aspects, not entirely, but certain aspects of this do make it believable that this is like a paid product that has a high price tag attached to it. Because, I mean, this really does open the question, because I know I've said this in the past, but this game is inspired by a squad, whether you like it or not. Blue Drake says it himself. So I suppose that this is the purpose of this game. Why would you buy squad? Like, what is the purpose of buying squad when you can just get this game and it's just, I'm not going to say a copy, but it's going to be similar in certain aspects, and surely there are going to be plenty of mods that, that might add the IDF, because I mean, that was a planned thing for squad, but it never happened. What about the Aussie Force, Aussie faction, whatever you want to call it, the Australian Army? That's supposed to be in squad. It isn't, but I mean, I can guarantee you that if modders can do it themselves, they will do that in a heartbeat for this game. But you know, currently with the latest update that we have about the game, which I'm actually looking at their Steam page, they've more or less updated the animations, which is fantastic. I thought most of the animations previously were good, but having a nice update to them, fantastic. They also updated the bots, because I was talking to a developer, right, for like previously, and they said that they want to add bots to their game. This is for a different game, but they don't want to have the bots basically be the conga line bots, which is understandable because in this game, the bots, last time I played it, do tend to conga line. But from what I've heard, they've updated them and they've made them smarter and better, which is good, because offline play for me is something that's important. I need a game that has the ability to play offline with bots, or irregardless, even like a training map where I can just play and test out all the weapons. That is essential for me, and this game does deliver. Admittedly, after entering like 50, not 50, but like sometimes it can be a little bit finicky to get to work, but having this feature is great. They've also gone ahead and updated the graphics, the lighting, and certain aspects of certain maps, and you know, it looks good. But you know, nonetheless, this game, I have a couple of games on my list. I've got Battlefield Vietnam, this game, After Conflict, 83, Burning Lands, and there's probably others that I can't remember other than Rising Storm 2 Vietnam that I'm going to be focusing on, and I do genuinely, I am looking forward to seeing the way that this game develops and plays out. But anyways, I'm going to end today's video there. I hope you guys did enjoy, because if you did, please do consider leaving a like, subscribing, please, my life depends on it. But anyways, my name is Tantu, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.